I am Sue Ellen Sheely. I was married to Garen Sheely. Garen grew up in the country, and he always, from what he told me, always had an interest in airplanes. He also had an interest, very much of an interest in electronics and photography. And that stayed with him throughout his life. How we met was kind of, I found it very interesting and very fortunate and circumstantial. Two of his friends married, my friend from New York and some fella from up here. They married, but I could not help but notice immediately this kind of cute guy that was sitting opposite me. And he chose to walk around the table and said, "Would you like to dance with me?" So I'm like, sure. And anyway, so that was the beginning of our relationship right there. And he had a beautiful car, which was a GTO. You may have heard the song, Little GTO, you know that one. All I could think of, there was a popular song at the time called I'm Into Something Good. And that's all I could think of was that song. And yeah, I was into something good. We got married in April of '68, and after that time, after the wedding, and after our honeymoon, I moved to the country. We lived in this big house that my in-laws had purchased, and we had 6 children together. Garen always had an interest in airplanes, and he said, I want to fly.
We're ready for takeoff. Throttle wide open. Aircraft rolling.
If I were to describe Garen, aviation was a huge part of who he was. Garen became very ill. He did have cancer. He celebrated his 40th birthday in April, and he died in December from the cancer. My life just changed then. He was 40 years old, and my oldest son, Patrick, was 13, and the baby, Robert, was just 2.
You know, he died before I got the chance to really view him as a real human being. He said he was kind of a larger-than-life guy, and that he accomplished a lot in his life. What I like to think about my growing up is that I'm fortunate that he was around until I was 13, and I got a really great basis for what it looked like to sit down at the dinner table every night with a family. I can remember his love of flying. And I was always fascinated with flying, but I didn't get my license till I was 30. But I did at some point decide I wanted to learn how to do it, and I do enjoy flying for what it is.
I'm still in amazement of the things that he accomplished, you know, and even at that time, I didn't realize that he's not going to be with us much longer. I had no idea about that. So often, I really feel Garen's presence again, because I firmly believed when he first died that his spirit was certainly with me and with us, and gave us, you know, hope to go on.
Does he shape who I am? Sure. I mean, he shaped people around me, for sure. You know, his existence continues, right?
So, in so many ways, he's with us still. but not in the same way it was initially, because we do have to, move on to a degree, but never forget. And I hope that my children never forget.